What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel. Welcome back to FIFA 19 Manager Road to Glory with your Columbus crew. I can't say that without laughing. I don't know why. But we are back here at another episode of the crew trying to win the MLS Cup so we can move on to another club and bring them to glory, just like we want to do for the crew. And we are in September 1st. If you missed last episode, please go back and watch it. It is fantastic. We bring in a lot of players, a lot of young talent to add depth to this team. We spend a lot of money, a lot of the money that we have, and we bring in a lot of depth, a lot of talent. And I think this team is geared up and ready to go for it all. I think this team can win MLS Cup, and I think it could win MLS Cup for a couple more years after we leave, too. I think we've set this team up for greatness in the future, and that makes me really happy because we are going to be taking Valenzuela and Zach Steffen, but I am training a goalkeeper right now, Lundgaard, to replace Zach Steffen. And then I have also brought in a lot of wing talent to back up a lot of a couple left backs, and Harrison Offal's obviously here, so they have some options at left back and at goalkeeper for when I leave. And so I am super excited for the end of this season. We are currently 60 points in first place. We have 4 points ahead of Atlanta United, but we still have 2 games ahead. We still have 2 games in hand against Atlanta United. So we are looking fantastic for the first seed in the playoffs and that automatic bye into the semifinals. So if you guys are excited for this end of the season playoff run, then hit that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and turn on notifications so you never miss when I put any of these videos or any other videos I do on the channel. And let's get into the first simulation of the season, or of the game, not the season. Not the season. We are definitely not in the start of the season. We are close to the end. And we're playing Montreal, who in the past 2 games, I think we've scored 9 goals on them in the past 2 games we played against them. But we get a goal in the 20th minute from Diop, and then the 26th, they get a goal back to tie 1-1. I think that's the first goal they've scored against us all season. And it's 2-2 now. They get a goal in the 51st, and then Giassi gets his 20th goal this season against for us to put us 2-2, and we tie 2-2 against the Impact. So not as good a showing as we have had against them. And now I want to shake up the training a little bit. Put some of those young guys we got. Some of those young talent. Malong Sar is definitely going to be in here. I don't think Saloy needs any more training. He's already a beast. So, Fosa Mensa, do I want to do that? No, I want to do Lars Lucas Mai. That's who I want to do. No. He doesn't need that. He needs his defending to be better, so let's get that up. And Jonathan Amon is already pretty good, so is there anybody else I want to train? Cameron Carter-Vickers might be one. Robinho doesn't have the promising player thing, which kind of makes me mad. Let's get Cameron Carter-Vickers up there. Okay. So let's start training these youngsters. Get them better. Lundgaard is a 69 overall. Nice. Goalkeeper. Hopefully he can take over for Zach Steffen after we leave. But we have to concentrate on this season and winning MLS Cup for us to be able to leave even. So we're going up against Portland Timbers. In the second game of the episode, Sar gets his first goal for the crew in the 15th minute. And 2 yellow cards, actually, for Columbus. Mensa and Sar, actually, gets a yellow card after he gets his first goal as a crew member. And Giassi Zardes gets his 21st goal of the season against the Timbers. 61st minute, 2-0 against Timbers. And that is a victory, 3 points. And move on to the next one. Giassi Zardes is looking very good in this season. It's looking like he's going to whitewash the the goal scoring department and get the golden boot. He is taking home the MVP. He's been an absolute monster, and probably the reason why we are in first place this season. Without his goal scoring ability this season, we probably wouldn't be in the position that we are in right now. We get both of our guys back from injury, Sauro and the young guy that we brought in last season, I think. No, January. We brought him in January. Let's see if we can beat Orlando and get another 3 points. I would really, 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 really like to get 3 points against Orlando. Ooh, that's close. They missed a penalty in the 12th minute. I don't like that they had a penalty. That's not good. Luckily, Zach Steffen is a beast and probably blocked it. He probably saved it because he's a monster. But they get a goal in the 64th minute to put them up 1-0 against us. Come on, can we squeeze out a tie? Can we do it? No, nothing. We lose 1-0 against Orlando. That's not good. But we can absorb it because we are finally level on games played. We finally used up all the games in hand, which is good because we had like 4 games in hand at one point against all these guys. But we were finally tied in games played, so now it's just on points. Now it's all about points. Malongsar and Lars Lucas Mai have already grown, and they've been training for like 2 weeks. 3 weeks maybe. That's crazy. Let's simulate to the game against New York Red Bulls so we can hopefully get another 3 points added to the score. Jossie needs to get a goal in this game to get him back into the groove. Get his 22nd goal this season. Fosa Mensah gets a goal and then gets a yellow card the very next minute. But then 31st minute, Jossie Zardes gets his 22nd goal of the season and puts us up 2-0 against New York Red Bulls. Artur gets a goal. Wow, I haven't said that name in a while. 63rd minute puts us up 3-0, and we are going to win against the Red Bulls. 3 more points added on. This is looking a lot like last season, although last season we didn't have near as many goal scorers as we do now. But last season we were dominating all the way through the season. Even had an undefeated episode at one point last season. And we went all the way to the playoffs, the conference finals, and got beat by Atlanta United. Probably because I played it. I'm not going to say that for sure. But we did lose to Atlanta United, so that's not what I wanted to do. And this is what I'm talking about. We can sustain the depth of having Jonathan Mensah get injured because we have a ton of center backs now. I'm very glad that I spent some money on center backs. We are currently 4 points up on Atlanta United with a few more games left in the season. I think there's 2 months left in the season. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe 1 month. I think we're in October, so. And the playoffs start in November. So we are definitely going to be in the playoffs. We've clinched that for sure. But it just depends on if we'll be number 1 seed or not. And we're going to tie New York City. That's big. Tying New York City. Did I delete that or not? I did. Okay. So we have 68 points. And we're going against Chicago Fire. DC United won the U.S. Open Cup. Good for them. Good for them. Nobody really cares. Let's see if we can get 3 points against Chicago Fire. This will be a big 3 points if we do. Jossie Zardes with his 23rd goal of the season. in the 24th minute, and they get one back in the 30th minute to tie us 1-1. And then that same guy, I don't know how to say his name, but he gets a second goal. He gets a brace in the 55th minute to put him up 2-1 against us. Saloy misses a penalty, a crucial penalty in the 78th minute, and we lose. We don't get another chance. And we don't get the W. That could turn out to be a big 3 points we lost. Or even 2 points, because we would have at least got 1 point on that draw, so that could come back to bite us in the end. Let's check the schedule real quick, see how many games we actually have left. We have three games left. And 3 games left, and we are up 4 points on Atlanta for the first seed, so no, I don't want to play this game. So this is crunch time, baby. We need 9 points here. 9 points here to win it all, and make sure that we come out with the #1 seed in the East. 9 points is all we need. Valenzuela gets a goal in the 24th minute to put us up 1-0 on LAFC. Going into the second half now. Jonathan Amon in the 53rd minute gets a goal, makes it 2-0 against LA. And it's looking like we are going to win. Valenzuela gets a brace in the 79th minute. What's with the scoring from Valenzuela? All of a sudden, 3-0 against LA. Big 3 points, 6 more points, and we should be good. Well, even if we... Let me stop simulating right there. Do more training. Make sure everybody's growing well. Lars Lucas is up another one to 71 overall. Robinho's up to a 68 overall. Let's check the notifications. Players returning from injury. Jonathan Mensah is back. He's probably able to play in this game against Philadelphia. Two more press conferences that I don't care about. I hope in FIFA's later on they make press conferences worth actually like going and doing, because right now they're just kind of useless. I think I'm going to keep Carter Vickers in there. Jonathan Mensah is only a 72 overall. In simulations, you need overalls. So we've been playing pretty well without Jonathan Mensah. We were playing pretty well with him, but I'm just going to keep the momentum in there. I'm not going to break the chemistry. So Cameron Carter-Vickers is going to keep playing. So if we win this game, we win the #1 seed. So we win the East. So this is a big game. Giassi Zardes with his 24th goal of the season puts us up 1-0. Big goal for Giassi with a big season. He gets a brace, 25 goals on the season. Giassi Zardes, absolute monster, and we're going to win 2-0. Nope, 2-1. They get to go back in the 90th minute. That kind of sucks, but we still get the 3 points, so it doesn't really matter. And we are going to win the East, finish #1 seed, because no matter what happens, it is guaranteed that we will win. We will finish with the 1 seed in first place in the East. That is huge. Sorry, India. I don't want to be your international manager. The most points Atlanta can get is 70, and the most points we can get is 77. Let's finish off the season against Chicago, who we lost 2-1 to earlier. Jonathan Amon in the 25th minute gets us 1-0 with a nice goal. Cameron Carter-Vickers in the 46th minute, proving why he needs to be in the starting lineup. They do pull one back in the 56th minute, 2-1. Can we hold on for 3 points? Saloy closes the game out in the 85th minute, 3-1, and we finish another season with a victorious episode. Dominated this entire season. It was really not in doubt at all. I mean, we were in 3rd place at one point, but that was just because DC and Atlanta had played like 5 more games than us. So we really weren't in any trouble. I never thought at any point this season that we were gonna not be in the playoffs, so let's just simulate and find out who we're gonna play. That's the whole thing. We gotta figure out who we're gonna play in the conference semis. We have 2 transfer offers for Clark. Interesting. I don't usually get the 2 transfer offers for the same person. I'm going to reject the $145,000 one, and I'm going to accept the $150,000 one. Because obviously I want the most money, even though it's barely anything. Let's do a little bit more training before the playoffs start. Good training for these guys. Now let's find out who we're going to play. Giassi's Artist wins the Player of the Month. And he's probably going to win Player of the Year. So, oh no. DC United. It had to be. It had to be DC United. This is outrageous. We're playing 2 games against DC United to go to the conference finals, probably against Atlanta. Let's check real quick and see the other games. New York City FC and Atlanta in the other Eastern Conference semifinal. And then we got Minnesota Sporting KC and Houston Dynamo versus LAFC over on the other side. So DC United. Oh baby. This is going to be a big series. A big 2 games against DC United. And if you guys are as excited as I am for these games against DC United and the games against the next opponent, if we do make it, which we probably will because I'm going to be in charge, which means we probably will lose. But anyway, you guys got to find out next time when we go up against DC United in these 2 legs. And thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, hit that like button on the video, subscribe to the channel for more, and turn on post notifications so you never miss when I upload any of these videos or any other videos on the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!